How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It is your captain speaking, Captain Crutch, and today I wanted to talk about the Jeff Hardy incident. I know I have some fans of WWE and professional wrestling on this channel, so I wanted to talk about Jeff Hardy today. Now, Jeff Hardy was recently released from the WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment industry, and now is currently in the hunt for a job. Now, the reason he was released from the WWE was he denied rehab. Now, Jeff Hardy, if you're not familiar with his history, is a former drug addict, and once an addict, always an addict. So he has a drug problem, and he is really not ashamed to talk about anything involving his drug problem. He's very open and honest about how he used to have a drug problem and how he used to try to hide it from everybody. But he's the kind of person that if there was a problem going on with drugs, I feel like nowadays, because he has a family and a daughter to think about, that he would be more inclined to ask for help. And I think in this situation that he was targeted when he didn't even, there's no indication that he violated the wellness policy. They would have came out and said, WWE would have came out and said that he violated the policy, and there's no indication that he violated the policy. He was apparently approached and offered the rehab treatment, but like I said, he wasn't violating any policy that I know of, and he took offense to that. And I really think Jeff Hardy was trying to stand up for himself and make a name and make an example about how the WWE treats the talent. Imagine being in Jeff Hardy's shoes, putting your body on the line for a company that automatically just assumes that you're on drugs because of your prior experience. You know, he had every right to do what he did at the house show and make a name for himself. What he did in Texas at the last house show that he did, house show is basically a match that's not televised, very little coverage over it, but it's for the smaller towns or throughout Texas and stuff like that, when they do the tours for the WWE. So during the house show in Texas the other night, he was teaming with Drew McIntyre. He went in there, did all his spots, tagged out, and then it vanished into the crowd without any explanation. But he was known before the match running around and taking pictures. So he had this all worked out to where he was just going to dip so people knew and got some pictures for media. So I really think he stood up for himself. Now, where does he go from here? I'm really hoping that he makes a jump to AEW. I would love to see him and Matt together on the same brand. Let's get the Hardy Boys back together. Let's make WWE hate losing their talent. I love to see that these wrestlers are standing up for themselves. Vince McMahon has ran a tight ship for so many years and was really not allowing their talent to be honest and open with everybody, and I'm glad to see that these wrestlers nowadays are, standing up for themselves and doing what they want to do. Good on you, Jeff. You're a grown man. Do what you got to do. Stand up for yourself. I'm not gonna not support you. Let's give some love to Jeff Hardy. If you think this incident was not justified and what your opinion is on his new journey in wrestling, let's hope he goes to AEW. I'm a little AEW fanboy. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It's pretty nice to see these other talents, that you grew up with come into a different brand because of the Vince McMahon I hate corporation, pretty much. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of people that don't like Vince McMahon nowadays, and they're all jumping ship over with Cody Rhodes. I've said this in numerous videos I've talked about. This man is almost 80 years old and still in the power of, making the decisions, which rightly so. He did what he had to do to make it that. But, you can't be losing your talent like this, Vince. It's crazy that, you allow your company to be so forthright and just assuming somebody needs to go to rehab. I just don't see it. I think Jeff Hardy's kind of past all the BS stage. I think he's just fed up with all this just because he has a prior experience with, drugs. Like I said, I just felt like he was targeted, and that's my personal opinion. You know what's great about personal opinions? It's just like an asshole. Everybody's got one, so I want to hear everybody's thoughts. I'm going to put this in the AEW Uncensored playlist on Facebook, like I always do, and I want to hear every single one of y'all that come to this video, and I want to get down in the comments with you guys, and I want to debate the situation. How do you feel like it was taken care of? What is your personal opinion? And I just want to see what y'all think. So, if you enjoyed this video and find it informative, and you really think that Jeff Hardy was done wrong, or you think I'm an idiot and you just, like the video anyway, drop a like, let me know what you think.